So I'm having my first ever lemon top today. I've never heard of one before. It's a Mr. Whippy with a lemon sorbet on top, and apparently it's something that's really common here.
It's a literal Teesside thing, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it originated like here in beautiful sunny Costa del Redcar.
So there you go. So I'm going to try it with the shitey vertical pier in the background. We love you, Redcar, but what the fuck? Oh, that's lush. It's literally just a lemon sorbet on top of a Mr. Whippy, but it's really refreshing. Love it. We're going to sit and enjoy these, and then we're probably going to head home because it's a bit chilly and the seagulls are eyeing my ice cream up something fierce. Tell you what, you can't beat a Mr. Whippy. Best ice cream in the world is a Mr. Whippy. And the lemon sorbet is absolutely lovely. Absolutely smashing. Alright, like I said, we're going to polish these off and then we're going to head home. Hey guys, so I'm having a really rough couple of days with fatigue and pain, but I really wanted to flesh this vlog out a little bit. So I asked you guys on Instagram for some questions so that we can do a Q&A. So I'm going to put the questions up on the screen here and I'm going to answer them for you. So our first question is, what's a cosplay that you are excited to do in the future? I'm so glad you asked this because I literally just commissioned one of Mithy's friends to make me some robes for Dorian Pavas from Dragon Age. Dorian is one of my absolute favourite cosplays that I've ever done in the past. I kin that man so much. So I wanted to upgrade his cosplay and I wanted to do it right. So we've literally had our first consultation. We've talked about some trimmings and stuff. If you're on the Patreon, links in the description box below. I showed you guys the trimmings that we're talking about. I'm going for a very specific feel with the robes. I don't mind that they're not going to be screen perfect. I want to put my own kind of creative twist on it. I'm very excited about that. Even though I've already put down some money for the commission already, it won't be ready until 2024. Hopefully maybe around March time, maybe hopefully even sooner. So one of my biggest cos plans, and probably the cosplay that I am most excited for, not only in general but to take to cons in 2024, is Dorian. So look out for that. All of my updates as the cosplay develops will be going up on my Patreon. Consider becoming a Patreon down below. Our next question is there a cool meaning behind the awesome tattoos on your hand, and do you have any others? Yes, there's meanings behind all of my hand tattoos. Let me run you through them. So first I have a sunflower on my hand. Sunflowers are my favorite flowers and they just make me happy. So I wanted a sunflower on me at somewhere, and I figured the hand would be a perfect shape for it. I like how the petals come down onto my knuckles. So the fingers, this is the moon, blatantly just the moon. On my index finger, this is the symbol for Sagittarius. I am a Sagittarius. On my middle finger, I have a heart and the letter K. My best friend, hi Katie, her name begins with K. And we have this thing where we like flip each other off out of love, of course. So when I flip her off with my middle finger, I wanted her to see her own initial and a heart. Yay! Besties! On my middle finger, well, my ring finger, this is the kanji for fire. Like I said, I'm a Sagittarius, so my element is fire. And I was also born on a Tuesday, and in Japan, that is Fire Day. So I put the kanji for fire on my ring finger. And then on my pinky, I have a blacked out star, and I have like a jack-o'-lantern face. I love pumpkins and I wanted a nod to pumpkins, so I put a little pumpkin face on my pinky. I also have a thistle on my wrist right here, and I have the map of Japan with 2 stars. The yellow and the blue star indicate the 2 prefectures that I lived in Japan, the blue one being Niigata and the yellow one being Kanagawa. And then when I went to Austin, I got a sacred teacup. I don't know if you can even see it. So it's a little sacred teacup. I fell in love with Spanish art, and obviously I love a cup of tea. My friend got a matching one, a cup of tea on a stack of books. And I don't know if you can see, there's like a half-finished star in there, because of course Texas is the Lone Star State and the star looks like an A for Austin. What song do you listen to the most? I would love to introduce you guys to my favorite band. They're called One Ok Rock or One Ok Rock, one of my favorite Japanese bands of all time ever. And I listen to them pretty much religiously. If you guys want a taste of like one of my favorite bands ever, then I highly recommend, if you don't know them already, just go on YouTube and listen to all of their songs. Find your own favourite song, comment down below which song you like from this band. If you were to change one thing about cons, what would it be? Honestly, I went to my first big con just a couple of months ago, and the hardest thing that I found for myself was figuring out where everything was. Communication. Times changed for events, locations changed for events, and there was no signal for me inside of the venue. So see, trying to find where the events were and find where my friends were, that was really difficult for me. I'd like that somehow to be easier. I don't know how they could make it easier, but that was like the biggest thing for me. Also, if there's going to be like an outside venue and the forecast is for rain, maybe some canopies or something so that you're not just standing outside in the rain. And if there are events or photography things that are going on outside, it would be nice to have them advertised as well. Again, I don't know how they're going to do that, but especially for the larger cons, but it would just be nice to know where everything was. Do you have any piercings? Only in my ears. So I've got my lobes pierced twice here, and I've got a piercing up here in the top of my ear. I've got my lobe kind of pierced here, but I'm not gonna lie, I think that one's closed up. And then I've got my ear stretched. This is a 14mm, and I don't think I'm going to go any larger. I quite like the size of this one. It's kind of, I've gotten so used to it now that whenever I don't have it in, I don't look like myself. But I'm only going to stretch one ear. This is my gay ear. My gay ear. I'm too Scottish for this world. Okay, I'm running out of storage on my camera, so we're going to make this the last question. How did you and Myth meet? It was really funny actually. When I look back over the years of myself on TikTok, I can absolutely remember Mythy coming up on my For You page multiple times, but I just didn't know who they were. When The Sandman came to Netflix, I did a Sandman cosplay and Mythy did a Desire cosplay. And one of our mutuals tagged, I can't remember, I think they tagged me in Mythy's video and said, hey, you should totally duet this cosplayer, they're fantastic. The next thing I know, Mythy is sliding into my DMs. So then we started talking back and forth. Just in comments. They came into my Twitch stream and just hung out for the full 4 hours, and the next thing I know, we're engaged and we're living together. So that's how we met. We literally met on TikTok through cosplay. So yeah. I feel like I rambled that whole thing. I'm so sick right now, and I feel like my brain is just going off on several different tangents. So I'm going to end the vlog there, but thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoy the vlogs, remember to subscribe for more. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be doing more Q&As in the future. Thank you to everybody who sent in a question, and get ready because Mythy and I are going to York tomorrow morning for my birthday. I'm super excited. So there's going to be lots of York vlogs coming your way. TikToks, the lot, the works. We need to have an early night, so I'm going to call it there. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.